There is a new San Antonio coming, and I need to tell you everything about it. You have jobs bombing, you have buildings that are not being built, you have homes that are not being developed, and you have rents tanking. And why is the mayor of San Antonio going to Japan to outsource these businesses? I'm Trey with the Calvary Group, brokered by Real. On my channel, I talk a lot about what's going in San Antonio, but this one is gonna take the cake. The San Antonio Business Journal reports interest rate hikes are causing disproportionate upheaval among San Antonio mid-priced homes. What they're saying is people in the mid-priced homes are now moving down a bracket, and people in the luxury homes are moving into mid-priced homes because of these rates. After 18 months of frenzied home buying, rampant inflation and interest rates, hikes from the Federal Reserve seem to have slowed down the market in some places, in all places. Buy downs is one of the top incentives you can get when purchasing a new home or a pre-owned home, and that's really how they improve the affordability for people. You're probably thinking, yes, I know rates are high and I know prices are down, but what else is going on? I'm gonna tell you. In my last video coming soon, I talked about a almost 2,000 acre development that was happening in New Braunfels, which was the Mayfair community. Mayfair community was a 2,000 acre portion of the Northeast New Braunfels that were building 1,400 homes along with jobs and retail and schools that was going to explode New Braunfels. And that project was put on hold because of affordability. Sellers are seeing price drops, and our buyers are now taking advantage of how low these prices are getting and people's motivation to sell. This opportunity hasn't been seen for the last 10 years. This city ordinance will change people's ability to flip houses here in San Antonio. Under the new ordinance, applications for the demolition of some residential structures will be referred to the Office of Historical Preservation. City leaders passed this ordinance to reduce the amount of wasted materials that happen when you rip apart and rehab a house. They're saying they want to keep the preservation of the house and its aesthetics for the San Antonio look. And they're saying they could save building materials. Why would you want to save torn down rotted wood that's happening inside a house? And where are you gonna put it? To gut a house and renovate it, there needs to be even more permits, even more red tape for people who wanna flip houses or improve structures. I think this is going to slow down vitalization, and they're saying it's for preservation of materials. Let me know what you think about this city ordinance. This ordinance allows us to slow down enough to bring levels of thoughtfulness into the demolition process. It remains unclear if the new rules could help promote new investment and spark revitalization in older areas, so they don't even know if it's gonna work. Overall, it's a step in the right direction, I guess. Another huge change San Antonio is seeing is the average rents. For the third month in a row, rents have dropped. August 22, average rents were $1,888. September, rents are down to $1,828. That's a $60 a month decrease in the last month and an $80 a month decrease in the last 3 months. And a record number of active homes on the market at 10,299, which includes some that are our listings. The most dramatic number is the days on market have gone from 30 days to 42 days average on the market. It's definitely taking longer. It's definitely shifted to a buyer-friendly market. Rents rose the fastest, but now the rents are slowing. With rents coming down, you had a lot of commercial developments that happened a year ago that are now being finished and have for rent signs that are not being occupied. Over the last year in San Antonio, multifamily has been pushed a substantial amount because there was over 8,000 San Antonio residents that were waiting for affordable housing, so investors built and built and built. But because of this inflation and high rising prices, vacancy is up and rents are down. San Antonio has also seen a record numbers of new build contracts being canceled because the construction is taking so long, and you can just move yourself to a different area, get more incentives than you were locked into the previous contract. This new San Antonio that I'm talking about is now seeing advantages of moving their money in other places. San Antonio made the list of the top 10 cities where new home contracts are falling through according to Redfin. 21.1% of new home construction contracts were canceled where they took their money somewhere else. Some of them were our clients. With the San Antonio housing market facts that I just mentioned before, what didn't really change, which is very, very surprising, is the median home price and the average sold. Both are hovering around $335,000 to $340,000 Even in this slowdown with rates hitting 7%, it really hasn't changed. And now builders are starting to increase price. Home sales are down as prices keep climbing in San Antonio area, making it harder for home buyers. This San Antonio news article says home sales are down, prices are up in the San Antonio area according to the latest statistic from the San Antonio Board of Realtors. According to last year, but who cares about last year? We can't go back in time. If we could, I would have made more YouTube videos telling you what to do now. New data points to a complex housing market. Once you've been on a rocket ship, everything else feels slower. I agree. The last 6 months feels like we were on a rocket ship from rates of 3% to bidding wars to now 7%, no bidding wars. So information is valuable to know right away. While some builders have suggested slashing prices to make their sales numbers before the end of the year, others have already begun to gently increase their prices again. This is where you need good representation to go subdivision to subdivision to subdivision to see who really wants this sale. Who's really going to give you the most incentives? What's the maximum allowance they can give you, or even a home price reduction, which is what we're getting. Builders won't start homes when they can't sell the ones they have. Fear is driving a lot of decisions nowadays, but information is better to use to your advantage. Home prices are down, rents are down, availability is up, incentives are up. The big change is now people in San Antonio are making more money and can afford more. San Antonio income surge hints at more housing pressure. Moving trucks are on the horizon. So now more people are moving here with better jobs to now increase the median household income. According to the latest data from the US Department of Housing, the median family household income is $83,500, which is a 13% spike over last year. Comparatively, that's a bigger spike than Austin and Dallas has seen. I know, here, simple, San Antonio, lame living. It's crazy to think that these higher household incomes are coming to San Antonio because we're a big, small town, which is why people are moving here, because we're a big, small town and there's lots of opportunity. A recent Business Journal analysis for US migration and IRS data found that Texas is drawing a significant number of higher earning tax filers from other states. And the kicker is it's driving people to Bexar County. Travis County is where Austin is, and the number one county that's migrating to Bexar County is Travis County residents moving to Bexar County residents, which means San Antonio is going to be the new Austin. I hope not. Mayor Ron decided to go to Japan to meet with 22 different businesses and be around 100 different businesses. So Mayor Ron went for 4 days to Japan, had 22 meetings, and interacted with almost 100 businesses while we were there. You probably could have just went to the Riverwalk and met 100 people who have 100 different businesses. Am I making sense here? A city leader said that there are real jobs and real opportunities. These are all hiring 60,000 plus jobs. I think an average of 75,000 a year in manufacturing, so it's worth seeing. I hope it brings that many jobs to San Antonio, but we already have a lot of jobs. San Antonio unemployment is very low at about 3.5 unemployment rate. Thinker says, I'm glad this group, including the mayor, enjoyed their vacation to Japan. Suburbs of San Antonio are also being exploded with people and jobs and housing. Which suburb do you want to hear about? This new San Antonio is getting national attention that we never used to get. MPA is the mortgage and finance industry's most trusted source of news and opinions, and analysis says, which are the US's 10 most undervalued housing markets? And our city made the list. San Antonio to New Braunfels, Texas had the second highest compared to Dallas net migration in 2020. 26,000 people came here. Over a 3-year period ending in 2020, that affordability spurred the population by 4.8%, one of the hottest housing markets in the US. If you're looking to move around the San Antonio area, our team would love the opportunity to help. Shoot us a message.